Hi there, welcome to another update and some more information about Slimming World. So you've probably seen some of my other videos. I really enjoy doing Slimming World and I do find that it's a really good diet programme for me and also for hundreds of other people. So today I've been off to Tesco's and Aldi. I live in Scotland, so in America you probably have a similar shops. I think you do have Aldi, and there's also another shop I think it's kind of similar called Trader Joe. So it's a lovely sunny day, so we popped out really early and we've got ourselves some nice food for our Slimming World diet. Now, one of the things I wanted to really focus on today was just some more information about having healthy fats and the different foods that you can eat on Slimming World, which may not necessarily be free foods, but that they're really good for your diet. So I'm just going to spin you around and we're going to have a look at some of the food that I've bought today. Okay, so one of the main things I really wanted to focus on, apart from just showing you some of the nice foods that I've bought today, I'm just going to show you just around. You can tell that I was hungry. I bought lots of nice food, but some of these things are going to last me quite a long time, and some of them are more sort of staples rather than food that I'd be eating just today. So one of the things I wanted to just focus on was healthy fats. Now, healthy fats are an essential part of a balanced diet, including the Slimming World diet. While the Slimming World plan emphasises whole, nutritious foods, it does recognise the importance of healthy fats. So one of the first things that I just wanted to speak to you about was this lovely olive oil. Now, I don't know if you've been a bit shocked recently if you're in the UK or somewhere else, but we found, we went on holiday and we really had a wonderful holiday in Spain. And when we came back, I just thought, oh, I need a new bottle of olive oil, just pick one up. And what I found is that the price of olive oil in the UK has increased by about 3 times. So I was really surprised at that. This bottle thankfully hadn't. This is around about £5 UK money, and I have had this one before and I really like it. So what you're looking for in olive oil, looking for a single source. So this is quite a sort of posh one, but some of the cheaper ones have got a blend of different oils, so you do have to make sure you get quite a good single source. So it's extra virgin olive oil. Now, you shouldn't really cook with extra virgin olive oil. It's really just meant for salads and dipping your bread in. However, I do tend to just cook with a small amount of it because I do really enjoy the stronger flavour. But it is really good, so it just tells you a bit about it there. So that cost me about £5 in money, but similar bottles, that's 500ml, and that was from Aldi. Similar bottles are coming in about £10, which is probably about sort of $12–13 if you're in America. And for me, that's really expensive, so that's gone up about 3 times the amount. But I just wanted to tell you a wee bit about it. On Slimming World, it is very high in Syns compared to other foods. What they say is that 1 tablespoon provides 6 Syns. But what I would also say to you is not to let that put you off, because if you are adding it into a dish, for instance, like a pasta dish or a salad, you're very unlikely to be having that whole tablespoon to yourself. You're probably using that to feed a family of maybe 4, or just a small drizzle over some tomatoes, and then you're probably only getting about 1 to 2 Syns. But it's very important that you do have some healthy fats in your diet. So as well as olive oil, which is really good for your heart health and also your brain health. I'm just going to move on now to walnuts. So this is a superfood. To be honest, in the UK, you maybe think of walnuts being a wee bit old-fashioned, but they're really, really good for you. So walnuts are an essential brain food. They're literally shaped like a brain, which people laugh about, but they do look a bit like a brain. But they're really good, and they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and that supports your cognitive function. So that really supports your brain health. Now, I've been doing some research online, and there's a very interesting study and studies that are being done on Alzheimer's and different cognitive functions in later life. So what they've really found is that people that aren't having omega-3, which basically comes in different forms, but nuts is one of the main forms that you can get it if you're doing a plant-based diet or if you don't eat a lot of fish. So walnuts are a really good food to try and get into your diet. Now the bad news is that they are quite high in Syns. 1/2, so obviously this is just a 1/2 piece here. I'll just show you that 1/2 equals 1 Syn. But I have seen a lot of videos, a lot of people online, and they're really concentrating all their Syns on things like lots of processed food. Basically they're using snack bars and different things, which is a lot of processed food, and really the diet is aiming you more towards trying to have whole foods and healthy foods. So if you can just think of sacrificing maybe some sort of like sugary sweet chocolate bar with lots of additives, lots of different colourings, lots of sweeteners which aren't very good for you, then you could replace some of those things with a few walnuts or get them into some sort of health food bar that you're going to make. But I would say that a few walnuts, they do suggest, I think it's about sort of like 3 or 4 a day, but they do really help your heart health. Okay, so I've got some flax seeds. Now you may not have heard much about flax seeds, but they are really good again for omega-3 fatty oils, and they're really good for your heart health, and they're a really good source of fibre. So again, I haven't looked up all of the different points. Again, it'll be fairly high in Syns, but something that if you just have a really small amount, it's really good to add in. And similar to that, now the other thing I would say is they were very reasonably priced. So this is milled flax seeds, so it's sort of broken down so it's easier to digest and easier to go into your bloodstream and into your system, because sometimes whole seeds can just come out the way they went in, so they can be really good for you. But what I would say is that this whole packet, which will easily do me maybe like 3-4 weeks or a month, this cost me £1.40 I think it was in Aldi, which is very reasonable. And on to chia seeds. Now chia seeds are really a superfood, so it says on there, again this is Aldi, around about £1.50. I'm not exactly sure of exactly how much. Now there's an interesting thing about chia seeds. The first thing to say is that they are a really good source of fibre and also omega-3, which again is really good for your heart health. But interestingly enough, these aren't very high. So I'll just, if you tip the bag up, you can see that the seeds are very small. They're quite like a poppy seed, very, very small seeds, just like the picture on the front. And you can have 1 teaspoon of these seeds equals 1 Syn, which is actually really good, considering that they are a really good source of omega-3. And the other thing about them is that you can have 2 tablespoons is the equivalent of your healthy bee for the day. So you could have, for your healthy bee option, you could have 2 tablespoons of these seeds. Now people put them into smoothies, drinks, you can put them into your overnight oats, and they just add that bit extra fibre and also, as I say, this omega-3 fatty acid. So I've also got some pumpkin seeds, and these were from Tesco's, and again quite reasonable, and this was about, I think it was about £1.30-ish, and they're a really good source of protein, and they've got a nice nutty flavour, and they're quite soft. They don't have that hard husk on them, and they're a really good source of zinc and magnesium, which is important for the immune system as well as bone health. So again, something that you want to just start adding in small amounts into your overnight oats, or just as a small snack, just to eat a few would really help you with your health. And I've got some desiccated coconut. Now I bought some of these things I'm going to put into some health bars that I'm going to make with some organic cocoa powder. But coconut is also very good for you. It's high in medium chain triglycerides, which are beneficial fats, and it's really good for energy. And again, it says high in fibre, so that's another really good thing that we've got. And again, that packet, that's going to last me months. And some ground almonds. This is the last of these kind of foods that I've got today. And ground almonds, again, are very good for you. So the next thing I'm going to look at is some of the rest of the produce. This is blueberries. So again, blueberries are very good for you, and thankfully they are free on SlimmingWorld and really encouraged to have. I really like them with breakfast, with my cereal. They've got high in antioxidants, and they help to protect the body from free radicals. So all the berries are really, really good for you. And I've got some mangoes. Now I think this packet, these are free, and mango is really good for you. It's really high in vitamins A and C, and these vitamins are really good for your skin and also your immune health. So I got a wee bargain on these, 30% off, but the reason I picked these is because they're nice and ripe. Sometimes mangoes take a wee while to ripen off. That was a bargain today. And I've got some carrots. Now these are really good. I quite like them roasted off, which does increase their Syns slightly if they're cooked, but they're also really good just grated up in a carrot salad or in a homemade coleslaw. And carrots, as you know, are really good for your eyes. It was an old-fashioned saying in the UK that you ate carrots and that helps you to see in the dark, but that is actually a true statement, as they've got vitamin A in them, which is really good for your eye health. And I've got nice peppers here. So I really like red and green. I'm not so keen on orange. And peppers are really good because they've got lots of vitamin C. They've actually got quite a lot of vitamin C. People tend to think of vitamin C just coming from oranges, but these have also got vitamin C in them as well. And I've got some tomato puree, which is a SlimmingWorld favourite for making lots of sauces and things like spaghetti bolognese. So vitamin C is really high in tomato puree, and they're also a really good source of lycopene, which is an antioxidant that may help reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer. So that's a really good thing to know about your tomato, real tomatoes, just fresh, or also tomato puree. I've got some sourdough bread here. Now again, that would count as Syns on SlimmingWorld, but I quite like to have sourdough bread as a meal. So I'll toast that off, and I've lots of salads, lots of healthy other things, probably some beans or chickpeas. So again, as I say, you would have to give that Syns, but again, it's got olive oil, rosemary, which is really good for you. Sourdough has a lower glycemic index for the bread, so that's seen as a really good thing. Here I've got some broccoli, and the reason I picked up broccoli is because it's a green leafy vegetable. So there's lots of B vitamins that you get from certain foods, and a lot of them come in green leafy vegetables, and they're also really good for, they're high in vitamin C and K and fibre. So broccoli is another superfood. Some people say it's got properties that help to reduce the risk of cancer. I'm not sure about that, but that can definitely be added in as a really healthy food. Here I've got some red kidney beans. Now red kidney beans are really good for you. They're heart healthy, and they're rich in fibre and also in iron. So if you ever get tired, sometimes you can feel a wee bit tired during the day, and especially when you are on a diet, you can get feelings of just being a little bit tired. So red kidney beans are really good for you. You can either put them into soups or stews or chilli, or you can have them cold. I quite like them with tuna and onion, just made into a tuna bean salad. Now I would say one of the really good things that I do like to make with these is a chilli, because by the time you add in the kidney beans and lots of peppers and onions and different things, you do find you can make chilli really healthy on SlimmingWorld. All your vegetables are actually going into the pot, and it makes for a really good dish, and it's something that children or people that aren't on a SlimmingWorld diet, they really don't think much of it when they're eating all these healthy foods. I've got some whole wheat pasta. Again, whole wheat is considered really good for you. It offers more fibre and nutrients than white pasta, and it's better for your digestion, and it also can make you feel more full. So I'd recommend, if you haven't tried whole wheat pasta, again, if you are having it with just spaghetti bolognese, a bolognese sauce, or a vegetables and tomato sauce, I really like to do that, and we sprinkle of cheese as my healthy extra. That can be really good for you. Just a sweet leaf salad. I have to admit, I do find washing salads quite annoying. I like to just open a bag and it's all washed and ready to eat, and easy just to add into your lunch or your dinner. And again, some soft whole wheat pitas. Now pitas are quite high in Syns and they don't count as a healthy extra, although I think you probably could, not officially, just count one as your healthy extra B, but I know that people that stick really firm to SlimmingWorld would always count these, and they can end up quite high in Syns. So you just need to check what you want to do. If you feel that you've stuck really closely, you may want to just count one as your healthy extra, or as I say, just do it properly and add in all the Syns for it. But again, I really like to have that. I'll probably have that with a salad when I'm absolutely full. And one of the last things I've got is spinach. Now spinach, again, has always been seen as a superfood. Remember the cartoon of Popeye? He eats the spinach and he can run about and do lots of things, his muscles get big. And again, that was a fun show for children, but it is true. So spinach is really good in iron and calcium and folate. So these are really good things. So frozen is also just as good as fresh. You get quite a lot for your money with frozen. So you can see it just gets small sort of frozen lumps. Obviously not very good for salad, but really good if you're cooking with it, or you just want to make like a dip with the defrosted spinach and maybe put it in some hummus or something. And I think I've shown you just about everything I've got. So I hope that's really been helpful. One of the things I really wanted to promote was just adding in these healthy nuts and seeds into your diet, because I do think, especially for me when I'm on a diet, I tend to just avoid all the things that I would consider fattening, and I just try and have these bars, like I don't want to, I keep sort of stumbling over my words, but I really don't want to put you off any of the sort of low calorie bars, but they do have an awful lot of additives and they are highly processed foods. So if you can, just go for some raw foods and some nuts and seeds, and a little bit of olive oil instead of some of the sprays with oils that aren't very good for you, then that for me is quite a good thing. So I really hope that this has helped. One of the things that I wanted to do was just focus on some of the healthy fats and oils that you can find in plant-based foods. Now, some of the fish on SlimmingWorld is free, things like salmon is free, and you can eat that, and that includes some of the healthy omega-3 fats that you really need for good brain function and to protect your body in older age. You need healthy fats for your joints, your muscles, and especially your brain. So I really hope this has helped, and please subscribe. There's more videos and I'm going to be doing more soon. Hope you have a good day and enjoy your Slimming World journey. Bye. So thanks again for watching today, and I really hope that you can give us a thumbs up and like on this video, as well as subscribing to get notifications of new videos. And you can also become a Patreon if you want to support us in our work, and there's information on how to do that below. So thanks again. Bye.